Hi YouTube, I'm back again with an update. The last video I did, I was actually on my way to attend the seminar. So I went to the seminar and uh, let's see, where shall I start? Okay, the seminar, we got there and we sat around for about 30 minutes because the doctor apparently had some kind of something going on with one of his patients. So the hospital where we had the seminar is right at the hospital. So he was a little late. So his staff wasn't even there. There was somebody else from the hospital just, telling us to have a seat. They had a few little snacks, some water. But there was no handouts or anything to kind of keep us occupied. So I was kind of bummed about that. So then the staff finally came, and they gave us a sheet of paper with your name information, your insurance information, and then on the back side of it was questions that you need to ask your insurance company if you have insurance. Basically, that was all the forms. So they collected the forms, and apparently that's what they used to put in their database so they could schedule your appointment. Okay, so the doctor finally came in. He was very nice, energetic, very apologetic too for him not being there on time. So he got into his slides, and the slides were pretty much going over basic information as far as the type of surgeries. So he went over the two that he does because he doesn't do the band. Excuse me, he doesn't do the band. Personal choice of his. I believe that's what he said. Do not quote me on that. Excuse me. So I have my notes here because I can't remember everything. It's actually, I just got home from work and I'm recording because I don't really have much quiet time to myself. So I figured let me just do it right now. Okay. So the seminar, it wasn't as informative that let me back up. For me, it wasn't the information I was looking for. I was looking for more information on the surgery, process of the surgery. Like, okay, if you need a 2 week diet or whatever the case may be. He basically went over statistics of American being overweight, obese, compared to the other parts of the world, and what causes us to be obese, which, okay, we all know we either ate too much, ate the wrong stuff. So that was, to me, information that well, I'm not going to say that's information I didn't need, but whatever. I wanted more information as far as recovery time for the surgery, how long the surgery takes, more into in depth into the procedures. Now, I have watched a lot of YouTube videos, so I do have a lot of information, but I kind of wanted to hear it from him, his process and his procedures. So anyway, I didn't get that. So I left the seminar. I was happy to attend because that's the beginning of the process. So, I was a little bummed that I didn't get all the information. We didn't get any handout to say, okay, take home and read and soak it up or whatever. We didn't get any information on any kind of websites where we could get information. I know we have Google and everything, but I kind of wanted him to kind of give us a little bit more, so whatever. So then we were told that the following day we would get a call to schedule our first appointments, our first appointment. However, I misunderstood. I thought they said for us to call. So you know me, 7:59. They open at 8 o'clock. 7:59. I was dialing. Got their answering service. So 5 minutes later, I called back. Finally got the office. And the girl said, yes, we have your information, but we will get them all put in the computer and we're going to start calling people tomorrow. Now, they never said that at the seminar, but okay, whatever. So, waited day one, nothing. Waited day two, nothing. I'm not upset. So I'm just telling you the process that I went through. And I kind of wanted the ball rolling faster than it really was because I had to already wait, as I said in my other video, a whole month for the seminar because I guess they were on vacation for the summer. So day 3 is when I finally got the call that my first appointment, which I was very happy that, oh yes, I'm getting an appointment now. But guess what? My appointment wasn't until the following month. Now, here we are. My seminar was September, and my first September 25th. And the first appointment that she had scheduled for me was October the 23rd. I was like, dang. So, me being anxious and ready to get this over with, because I know my insurance required me to do 3 months of supervised weight loss. I have Blue Cross Blue Shields Federal, so they kind of require, like you go to the doctor for 3 consecutive months and you must show that you're losing some kind of weight or you're remaining the same. So I I already lost a month in the beginning. Now here we go, another month. I'm still okay, whatever. So I turn around and then I like this doctor because I heard someone referred him to me, and they were quite pleased, and and he was very nice at the seminar. So I called another local place, another hospital that does it, but this one they're on a wider scale, like a bigger scale. So I called and they were like, yeah, they had seminars every week. But the key is the thing with theirs is that their first appointment is a month out. So guess what? I'll still have to wait the same month. And then what it is, you don't meet your doctor at every visit that you go. You meet your doctor like at the final appointment. And I wasn't too comfortable with that. So I said, you know what, let me just stick with this doctor. I got a good vibe from him. So I said, I'm going to stick with him. Okay. So needless to say, I took it on myself to start certain things before I get the whole process going, just to see what I'm capable of doing on my own. So I started drinking soda. I never drank soda, never ate ice cream. Started drinking soda when I was pregnant 9 years ago. I had my son is 9. Started drinking soda because I could not keep anything down but soda. Then after I had him, I just kept drinking soda. I wasn't, it wasn't like a whole 6-pack a day or whatever. I would drink like a half a can, whatever. But it was still bad because I packed on weight with that. And my thing is I love pizza and I cannot have pizza without soda. So needless to say, about 9 months ago, I totally just stopped drinking sodas. And I started drinking water. A lot more water. I don't really do a lot of juice, and especially now I'm coming up to, seeing the light at the end of the tunnel with the surgery. The beginning of the tunnel, I should say. I started drinking more water. I love cold water, so what I did was, and I wasn't planning on doing this, but this is one of my Yetis, and these are awesome. They are expensive, but these are awesome if you like cold liquids or if you like it hot, but I just use mine for cold. I would fill this up. I have 2 of them, so these are 30 ounces. So I'll fill them up, and that's my 60 ounces a day. Now that's my goal. No one told me to do that, so I sip on this all day at work. At night I have one by my bedside. So by the time I get ready for bed, I already have drank probably 2.5 of these. Okay, so these are very, very good. So anyway, so I started doing that, and I went out and I bought myself a whole slew of vitamins. Now, I don't know much about vitamins. I just know, okay, you need a multivitamins. I know B12. I know the basic information about vitamins. So I went out and bought whatever I thought would be great. So we'll get into the vitamins in another video, because I'm going to share with you some of the mistakes that I made, and I'm stuck with these vitamins, but I'm still going to take them up until I do my surgery. So we're going to go into that another day, another video. So I started doing my vitamins. I started drinking because from watching people's video, I started having a shake for breakfast, and then I would eat maybe, piece of chicken and some vegetables for lunch, or I have another shake. So I've kind of within myself had tried to started cutting back. And I had cut back on my sweets, my sugars, except I go on these little binges where I just want some sugar. So I did that, and I'm pretty much, I haven't weighed myself. I didn't, haven't weighed myself or anything. So, but I kind of have a feeling that I'm around the 230 area because that's where I have been for the past couple of months. So we're going to say I'm still at the 230 range. So anyway, so the first appointment, I'm looking at my notes because I don't want to miss anything because I know how helpful these YouTube videos are. So I'm trying to be as accurate as I can be. And these are, again, this is my experience. So everyone's going to have a different experience. But I find that once I listen to different people, I kind of get an idea of the struggles, the ups, the downs, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So, take whatever you could take from my video. I'm happy to share my journey because I've enjoyed watching so many people. I've watched so many videos. It's unbelievable. I'm like hooked on this thing. Every time my husband's like, "What are you watching?" I'm like, "Weight loss." And he's like, "Really? Still?" I'm like, "Yeah, there's tons of people out there sharing their story and their journey." Okay, so first appointment, October 23rd, 2018. So I got to the appointment and they weigh you in. First, sorry. First, you fill out, a little stack of papers, and pretty much they ask you basic information about about your age, why are you overweight, your eating habits, what are your plans, what kind of surgery you think you want, do you have any comorbidities? Think I'm saying that right. Do you have any other problem other than just being overweight? Okay, so mine was, yes, I do. I have sleep apnea, and I've been trying to sleep with that CPAP machine forever. And I wake up and it's on the ground, it's in the bed, I don't know why, I don't know. I have difficulty falling asleep and staying asleep. So throughout the night, it goes. I have high blood pressure, which is controlled with medication, and I have very bad acid reflux. And I think acid reflux is from when I was in the military, and I have a knee injury and a shoulder injury. So, and I think in the military, if anyone know, everything is drink water and take an ibuprofen. So pretty much that's where I think I got it from. Now, I am not sure, so let's see. Oh yeah, and then well, let's go back to the form. So on the form, it's it asks you for your medication list, which be prepared. I can't remember half the medications that I have, and they're nothing major. It's just I don't really remember the blood pressure medicine I take, which is bad. So I'm gonna make it my business, well, to learn what it is. And I've been taking it for, well, they just switched me probably a year ago, but I just never really paid attention to it. I know I have ibuprofen, but I can't remember everything. So needless to say, they told me just bring it back at the next appointment. All right, so we went in. I went in, and so they have another form, and that they give you, and it basically tells you like couple steps as far, this is before you even met the doctor. So I met with I think it was a doctor in training. So she pretty much kind of did like a interview before the doctor get to it. So she pretty much asked the same things that's on the form, I guess, just to verify and clarify. So basically she told me you're going to need an EKG and a pulmonary before they can give me before I get any kind of approval. So I need to get one of those done, and I would need a doctor's note, my physician's note, stating that I am clear for surgery. Also, they told me that I would need to schedule a psychological evaluation, and that I would need to schedule see a nutritionist. So they gave me the name and number of the psychologist and the nutritionist that he pretty much refers his people to. So he pretty much asked why, after the doctor came in, he pretty much asked, why do I need the surgery? And then he went over my medical and said, well, you'll be a good candidate for the gastric bypass because of my acid reflux and my high blood pressure and whatever. So he said the best one for me would be that one, which I'm quite pleased with that one, because I've seen good results from both, awesome results from both. So, but with the acid reflux, I've seen more people have a better result from that one, as far as there's no more acid reflux. And so I'm like, okay, cool. Then let's see. He asked me how much weight do I want to lose. Okay. I said as much as I can, which it was the wrong answer. So he said, no, I'm going to ask you how much you want to lose. So I told him, well, I think I need to be down to at least 160. I said, I know the textbook says 125, 135 for my height and weight, something like along that line. So he agreed. He said, no, you can't go by that because everybody is built different and whatever. So he basically was on the same line, and he said, no, for you, 160, I would say between 155 and 160 would be good. So I said, okay, that sounds great to me. Let's see. He asked me the highest weight that I've been, and I pretty much told him this has been the highest that I've been. I once was active, and then I ended up breaking my ankle 5 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. And so before then I had a bad knee. So I have a bad left knee and a bad right ankle, which I still don't have some sensation on my ankle, but it's whatever. They said it might never come back or whatever. So I'm limited in a lot of stuff that I can do, but I can do a lot more than I am doing now because I'm not doing anything. I've been having a gym membership for about 4 years. I paid $26.99, and I've been to the gym probably 10 times. So yes, it's a waste. I'm wasting my money, but I don't want to cancel it because every day I'm like, oh yeah, I'm getting up and I'm going to go to the gym. Anyway, all that is going to change because I'm really trying to make this change in my life now. Getting older, my mom passed from heart complications and diabetes, and I want neither of those. So, some people might look at it. It was a rude awakening for me. But yeah, if diabetes runs in my family, high blood pressure, heart conditions. So, I've had a couple of aunts that passed from diabetes complications, and an uncle and grand uncles and everything. So, I'm not claiming it, but it's there. So I have to do something now to make sure I don't get it. Hey, I may get it, but it's not gonna be what I'm doing that's causing. And I've been overweight for a long time. So anyway, so the first appointment was kind of brief. My weight was 230. I can't remember if I told you that, but my weight was 230. I thought I was like 232 when I went, but it so happened I was 230. So the first thing he did was not the first thing. So before I left, he told me what he wanted me to do. He told me he wants me to start in the morning, take a half a lemon in 4 ounces of hot water or warm water, squeeze it and drink it. Let that be the first thing I do every morning before I get up. So I was like, okay. Then he said, have a protein shake. Then he said, start reading labels so you'll know what not to eat, what's good for you and what's bad for you. So, and the lemon is a liver detox. I don't know if this is backwards. I'm still new at this YouTube stuff. So, but it's a liver detox. and I'm letting you see that, okay? And this actually replaces, because my next question to him was, oh, so, which I think is everybody's first initial question is, so how many weeks of liquid do I need? So that was my first question after he started going into it. So he was like, no, there's no liquid diet. You don't have to go on a liquid diet. I said, what? I said, well, I sure be drinking this lemon juice every morning, because that was my fear, that pre pre-op liquid diet. Honestly, I know I could do it, but I honestly felt like, oh my God, because me, when I have carbs withdrawal big time. I tried the keto diet and I had the worst headache. After day 2, I said, oh heck no, I can't do it. So I'm gonna drink this lemon and water, and I'm gonna do it every day, and we're gonna see where it takes me. So this was what he gave me at my first appointment. You see, it's a little thin little handout, but it's okay. I had some information I need to read. So in this little pamphlet, it tells you pre-op diet, what it includes, things that you should avoid, reading the labels, things you should avoid. I hope this is not backwards. You know, I see people do that and I'm like, I don't know. So anyway, high fructose corn syrup. I'm just going to go through it because I'm already at 20 minutes. Bad oils, good oils. High protein, what you should eat. Lean meat, pork, and good carbs. And protein supplements. And it goes into, it just says multivitamin, sublingual B12, vitamin D, zinc, calcium citrate. So that was just your pre-op information he's like telling you could start on. He told me I didn't have to buy any specific vitamins, just, you know, whatever, you know, multivitamin. Then there was a list on here of seminars, which I already went to that one. Didn't get much from it, so I don't think I'll be needing this one, this page. Then he just went over, you know, how to read labeling, things that you think are good, you know, they're not good. It's just a little simple little sheet, you know, yeah. And then there was a study. Okay. I don't care about the study, honestly, whatever. I shouldn't say that because it might be beneficial to somebody. But there was a study on here. And then there's a disclaimer about vitamins and protein supplements. And then there was some myths. And it's a little list. I'm not going to go over this because, you know, honestly, I didn't read the myths. I wanted information about the surgery. So that was my first appointment. And, oh, I had to pay a $40 copay with my insurance. I had to pay a $40 copay. Every time you go, it's a $40 copay. And I think that was it for that day. So I made my next appointment, which was for exactly a month, because your appointment has to be exactly a month out. So my next appointment is, let's see, November the 20th. Okay. So yeah, right about a month, a little over. And I think why I got that one was a little bit earlier was because Thanksgiving was coming up and I think they were kind of going to be closed. So yeah. So anyway, hope this information was beneficial to someone. Again, this was just information about my experience at the seminar and my first appointment. Even though I didn't get all the information that I wanted all the information so I could take it home and soak it up, which is fine because, you know, it's okay. I'm still have YouTube and I'm still going to Google and I'm still going to read as much as I can. So please like and subscribe and follow my journey to a better me. And I guarantee you, you know, I didn't want to do the YouTube video, but this is kind of giving me an accountability and, you know, because I know how I'm like glued to different people and I'm watching it and I can't wait for them to put out another video, or I'll binge watch and watch everybody, you know, one person's video, like their whole since I even went back as far as 8 years ago, which I know some of the things have changed, but just to see how people went through the struggles and, whatever. So there's a few, great people out there. Not a few, there's a lot of great people out there telling their stories. And I just want to share mine again. So if you like, please like and subscribe and hit the notification button, because I'm going to try and upload more often than, I just been busy with everything else and life and kids and sports and work and husband and kids in college and yeah. Oh, and animals. So anyway, so you could start, even if you don't have a surgery date, or if you don't have an appointment date, or you're waiting for your seminar, start making some little changes. And every little bit helps, because guess what? We didn't get overweight overnight. So guess what? We're not going to lose it overnight. So again, thank you. God bless. Mwah.